No one works a crowd like the really great street performers. I love watching the audience as much as watching the performance. 30 years ago I was in Holland and counted myself fortunate to see the great Cellini at work. I was convinced he was the most outstanding street entertainer I had ever seen. Nobody else came close, and nobody ever could. Until the day of my 60th birthday, when I had my mind changed when I was privileged to witness Maciej Musalik give a faultless performance at my party. Now imagine how I felt when they told me they had booked an act called Diobo for Dobbo's party. I thought someone was pulling my leg, not that I'd have felt it if they did. His act was a thing of beauty. It explored and touched every emotion. I'd never seen anything quite like it. So much achieved with the most basic of objects. I thought I knew everything there was to know about vanishing a cigarette. I used to close my act in Vegas with it, but Diobo took it to another place. It was mesmerizing. But do you know what was even better than the quality of his breathtaking performance? It was what a really nice guy Diobo always was. I'm delighted to have got to know him well when he and Trudy would come over for a visit, or we holidayed in Spain. And it was lovely to see how good he and Trudy were together. We'd meet up at the Blackpool Magic Convention, where he never pushed himself forward, but when the time was right, would rock a bunch of magicians back on their heels. And just as they began to realise they had just witnessed a master at work, he'd quietly and humbly turn and slip away. Diobo always listened to every bit of advice I was able to give him, and I'm so pleased I was able to beg him to go to FISM and become the next world champion. But heartbroken that he didn't manage to make that move. I'm convinced Diobo did not realise just how good he was. For such a fine entertainer, he was such a shy individual. I've never known anyone as critical of themselves as Diobo. Even when he had perfected a routine, he would still not be satisfied with it. And that is the mark of a real pro, a true perfectionist. I looked up his name Musalik and discovered it's based on the Polish musiał, which literally means he had to. And that sums him up really. He had to perform. He was born to it. I'm so lucky to be able to call him my friend. I'll miss him every day, and his beautiful, softly spoken broken English accent. We all need a little of what Diobo brought to our lives, to remind us what an art form magic can become in the hands of a true artist.